Welcome to video 3, module 1. I'm Jana Spitz, and now we are going to roll up our sleeves and get into step 1 of the blueprint, uncover your story. Step 1 is a foundational groundwork that everybody in the program needs to go through in order for you to get the success and to exceed your own expectations of having at least one compelling story done and proved that it works by the end you finish the program, by the end of week 5. So before we dig into what actually the step is, I want to set some expectations for our work together. I'm inviting all of us, including me, to take on this open-minded approach to learning. I'm inviting us to be a student and a teacher at the same time. So when it's time for you to be the student, like right now, I am teaching you at the moment and you're listening and absorbing the information. Even if you think it's so simple, please, 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 I'm inviting you to, again, be and stay open-minded. And even if you think, oh, why bother? Why should I do this simple exercise? I kind of know everything. I invite you to really take the time and actually do it and see what breakthroughs you're gonna get. And when it's time for you to be the teacher, when we get on Friday calls on Zoom and you are asking me or commenting or giving feedback in real time, I promise I'm gonna be open-minded and really receptive for all the feedback. This is what I want, guys. This is my craving for that, so that we can together co-create the best value for you and exceed your expectations. So I hope we are on the same page, and with this mindset of being open to the possibility of discovering who you truly are, or discovering the new pieces of who you truly are and why you are who you are. I'm inviting you to move forward. So can you please take the time and print out or just pull up the worksheet number 1 that's called My Lifeline, and on the side you see the numbers. These are the numbers, these are the chunks of information, the chunks of your lifeline divided by 5, right? So the chunks of 5, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, and so on and so forth, right? Very simple. So what I want you to do here is I really want you, number 1, to let go of your target audience. Let go of the idea that you're going to be sharing the story about who you are with whoever that is. You're not sharing it. You are writing it down in chunks of 5 years, and for each chunk, I want you to put down on paper. Paper is crucial. No typing. I want you to work with your hand, your pencil or your pen, and a piece of paper. Magic happens. Magic, because all your system is involved, right? It's from brain research. You can't underestimate the value of you being involved in the process and you physically moving your hand on paper and the pen or pencil touching the paper. You're getting it out of your system and getting all this, like it's like breathing. It's like breathing. It's like breathing in and breathing out. Magic is going to happen. So, and the paper is going to own 3 most impactful events from each chunk of time. So from 0 to 5, for example, what are the 3 most impactful events that you remember from your past that keep popping up? You remember them, and it's easy for you to remember them. So I want you to either bullet point that, or what I would recommend, you could write them up, like write them all out, like what happened with the details. And the next and most crucial thing is in the brackets, right next to the 0 to 5, 5 to this chunk of time period, put the feeling that is attached to that whole period of time for those 5 years, or to each event that you are describing, right? So the feeling is crucial. And I'll give you an example of what I mean. So again, I'm just reminding you that we're not doing it as a story yet. This is the groundwork, which is going to be the foundation for all your other stories later on, right? Not only one. So, can I be completely transparent right now and share with you the beginning of my story? I hope you said yes. And so my story starts not from zero. It starts in my mom's womb. I know it sounds woo-woo, but and you don't have to go there. To me, it's not woo-woo, but anyway, I'm gonna share. So the feeling in brackets that I put for that period of time is uncomfortable, doubtful, and delay with a question mark, because that was crucial for me. It's something from my insights. And I'll just simply read what I wrote for when I was doing my work. Remember the fight between my mom and my dad in the kitchen. Dad is drunk and came late after work. Mom says she can manage the child without him and that he can go. Dad is sad. He stays. My thoughts, cringing in the stomach, and doubts if I ever should enter the world, since it might bring complications to my mom-dad relationships, and I love them so much. Both. Want them together. Mom has a C-section during birth, as I was stubbornly trying to enter with my wide forehead that was so big. Guess it's the smarts, the hearts, and the courage. Should I delay my arrival? So that is what I have for before I was born, right? You don't have to have it that detailed, and again, it's not a solid story. It's just the sort of like the bullets for myself, and it was crucial for me, and I used it later. Again, not for any audience, as you can imagine, but for some spiritual communities, that makes sense for me to share that particular side of me and part of my story. So just in conclusion, the work I want you to do is to simply reflect back on what you remember in chunks of 5 and 3 most impactful events that you remember that happened to you in this specific period of time. Once you write it out as a story, or once you just put it as the bullet points for yourself, attach the feeling that is associated with that particular event or the whole period of time. And another tip for you, I've created a special meditation to help you get grounded to do this work. So if you are into meditation, go ahead and use it, and I would love to get the feedback on that. And if you're not, if you think it's enough for you just to sit down and get into that, I would invite you to do that either way, just to make sure that you're not distracted while you're doing this work, because it's the most important work ever that you could do in your life. Remember, we tend to care for others more than we tend to care about ourselves. And most of the people never ever set the time to understand and to take the journey back to themselves and to who they truly are. So congratulations again for doing the work on yourself, and I will see you in the other video. Until then, I will see you on Friday with your feedback.